Pledge allegiance to the flag, United States of America, to the republic, which stands one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty, justice for all. Is here. All right. Oh, minutes. She's so of the minutes and
Who's your mom? That was me. I didn't get done.
Oh, okay. All right, payroll and AP have been done. Let's see. All right, tonight's department heads, tax collector treasurer, Ms. Boyle.
This week we've been working on the budget. The budget committee went over public works budget last night, and that went well. And we were working with Willie on the rec department budget today. That's all I really have. Beth isn't here, but I can say she's been working on designing the new warrant. And that's it. That's my exciting news for the week.
What happens the 30th?
Oh, I already said that last week, though.
New website.
Thursday, the website is launched, and so we'll have it up and running. So I guess, yeah, that's pretty exciting, but
Yes.
it was old news.
That's got a lot.
Somewhere.
Animal control.
Talked to probably veterinary hospital about the baby. Something. Yeah, so I don't know what they decided to do. Hopefully everybody's got them. I did some training. About animal hoarding.
That's a real thing.
I went to the house with 100.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. Not pretty, but.
The chickens count?
No. We had a barking dog complaint, one at large, one dog at large. Just a reminder to register your dog before January 31st to avoid the late fee of $25 after that date.
Is that on the website by chance?
I don't know.
Mistake. Is the registration for dogs?
I don't think it is.
Could you add that?
I made a note of it.
All right. Thank you.
Is it?
Okay. Chief?
Last Friday morning at 2:30, we assisted Saco Valley on a structure fire up on Green Hill Road. Did 3 medical calls. Assisted the sheriff's department on a welfare check on Burtnett Pond Road. We'll be doing our fire extinguisher inspections tomorrow. It's supposed to be Monday, but they postponed it till tomorrow. That done. Had one firefighter attend the firefighter 1 basic training the last 6 weeks. Waiting for my medical clearances to come back so I can fit test them and he can finish.
Sweet.
We'll have another basic young firefighter,
Now, when you say yeah,
younger than me.
okay.
Younger than me.
Just checking, man.
I just want to double check that, that the 24th of February is my budget, but it's still on the 10th. Yeah, and updated, okay.
On the new website.
Okay. And the last thing I got is unfortunate this afternoon, I've been working with federal government, the President Trump has put all the freezes on federal funds.
Yeah.
Locked it all up. The only thing that's being paid right now is Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security. So all our federal funds, right now, they just said sit tight, hold tight, And they'll see Susan Collins is not happy, Angus King, Jared Golden, they're all looking into it, and there's been some lawsuits on it already. So hopefully,
So what you're saying is after the lawsuits, we're looking, instead of 3.8, we're looking at 2.1.
oh. You know how the lawsuits go,
Yeah.
they're gonna get more. That's what dealing with, that's all I have for now. Oh, we did do CPR training Thursday night, last Thursday night, with 9 people.
Okay.
Which we certified for CPR.
Sweet.
Yep. Carry on.
Whit.
Whit's not here tonight.
No, okay.
Can I ask a question about the CPR? Is that for anyone today?
It will through fiberglass.
Oh.
So you think, yeah, that's what I did, yeah, I had fiberglass do it for me. I know they're gonna do the stone up from Art Center. And you know that,
What are the dates on those?
I don't know what they are. I just know they talked about it.
You can go,
Steve Gosler?
which is going.
Matt first.
You go, Matt.
Health officer.
Thank you. Just a reminder, a week from today. We'll be in this very room at 2:00. We're gonna be having class. An attorney from Portland's gonna be doing the class for us. And I would really be glad to see the employees of the town turn out for sexual harassment in the workplace.
So everybody knows,
Today, it's the 4th.
everybody knows all town employees will attend that training.
Bring homework?
Even if I'm the one that's harassed.
You like it?
I get it, primarily.
Bill. Yes. 1 o'clock. 2 o'clock.
2 o'clock.
2 o'clock.
Yeah, the instructor's Kathleen Wade from Drummond Woodsum. And directly following that training at 3:30, the select board has an executive session with her on the updated personnel policy review.
We still okay with the closing of the facility?
Yes.
too?
Yes. Code enforcement.
Real quick and I'll get out of your hair. No ball jumps.
I have hair, thanks.
One thing.
Appreciate it.
So per Bill's request of the water quality and the testing. So you're gonna be doing the February 4th air and quality. I don't know if you've already told her, but
Nope.
they're gonna be here on the 4th. I think that's the same day as your class.
Yeah.
They're
Yep,
gonna be here at 3:30, I think it is. They're gonna check all their equipment in the basement, do a retest, and then we can put it in your book.
Oh, good.
So I think what we were hoping to do is maybe they could hit, I don't know what his timeline is, but if he can hit the rec center and, you know, what I mean, maybe test that while he's here, I don't know. So that's one thing that we're trying to see.
Will
if
we
he gets here.
yeah,
Other than that, the only other thing that we really have going on is the short-term rental and
Yep.
paying the planning board, all those guys are working on that, but it's coming together well. I think the last draft went out to the lawyers, they've written it back, so I think now we'll be ready to send it out to the town.
Planning board meets tonight, Doc.
They're doing all that, I was just bringing it up.
No, I'm glad. I have a few questions on
We
that.
are drafting another short-term rental, which is,
Sweet.
other than that, that's all I have.
Thank you. Public Works.
Yeah. The little mess we get down on Main Street and Prairie Mountain Road,
Yep.
the state came out today and. Trying to fix it, I guess, I don't know,
Yeah, I seen backhoe out there.
Yeah.
A couple trucks.
but that should work a little while. And then we have to complain about. On Main Street. The little house that's up on the left. If you're going towards Haleytown. The guy's saying he doesn't have water because of something, I'm not sure what that issue is. Mike talked to him a little bit, I talked to him a little bit, but he was not talking to, he was mad.
Cause he doesn't have water.
Well, it's a lot of issues there.
I
You know.
I'd respond, but I don't understand.
You know, hauled it in, they did a driveway. Everything that happened up there is legit, it's all documented, but he's had issues.
It's across the road from where you things. Up on top of the hill by going.
Vino put that place in.
Yes.
Right, yeah.
Yes.
His water comes down through there.
Whose does?
Nobody's. Comes from up on side of the hill on Dugway.
So he doesn't have a well.
Well, he's got a well
Point. His
house up there and the. It's piped all the way down to his house, goes under the road,
Oh, I didn't know that.
runs all the time, supposed to, I guess it screws up.
Oh, because they put the driveway in.
That's what he's saying.
Well, that's not our issue,
No,
No, I was just bringing, because it's not, it's just a road
right?
and everything. Whoever that guy, everything.
Yeah, you got the permit from the state. Yeah. Yeah,
But he's thinking it's. Awful.
Nope.
Just
Everything.
wanted to bring that up to y'all. So we're not
cool, I appreciate that.
surprised.
No, I appreciate that.
Who's out there? Yeah, the extinguisher tomorrow, Dick said it's tomorrow. If we have found the snow, I wondered if we couldn't find. I get it. Dickie or.
I get
Or get our extinguishers tested.
We got a backup plan.
Okay.
Transfer station's open on Wednesday, so I can get in, so I should be able to do that.
That's about all I had. Other than. Josh is up sick and I was thinking Vinny could probably help us plow.
Sure, you got a shovel? I don't do mechanical stuff. You don't want me to put me in anything that might cause damage.
That's all I did.
All right, thanks for the offer.
Hey, good.
Rec,
Yeah, this past week, we had a Friends of Rec meeting. We discussed upcoming fundraisers and things we want to do in the spring. We have a couple of events coming up. The annual sledding party, February 22nd on Farnsworth Road. And the Frost Mountain Dog Sled Race, which is being put on by the Stoneville Club. We're helping out volunteering with that. We need some people to volunteer, anyone that's available. That's February 15th and 16th. And they can meet at the 3/4 of the way down Farnsworth Road before Matt and Jen Cohen's. They cleared lot there. Anyone that'd like to be part of that, reach out to us. Stoneville Club. As far as the sports, basketball continuing to go. Our 5-6 boys team has had a great season. They're undefeated, and they're going to travel at the end of the month to end of February. We've got a full month of basketball ahead of us, but they're going to head to Westbrook to play in the Paper City Classic. So
sweet.
that's pretty exciting. They do really well. Other stuff we've been working on is the budget. A couple of things that came up while working on the budget was one was at the community center. Just kind of wanted to get an idea of what the plans are with the flooring there. That's something that we're figuring into the budget, or if that's something that we're gonna look at getting money elsewhere from.
Don't know yet.
Okay, and the other thing with the recreation department is the tractor that we use to maintain the field. This last year, we got through the season with it, but it was constantly broke down. Public Works was constantly working on it.
That's because somebody's hard on equipment.
And it gets used a lot, so we borrow tractors from people in town, and I used my own four-wheeler a few times. These guys tried to keep up with it the best they could, but it was continually breaking, so. I don't know if we're talking with Lynn, maybe we want to. Have a little workshop and discuss options for. How we move forward. With the field maintenance and a tractor out there. Because we're 2 months away from, 2.5, maybe 8, 9 weeks away from. Getting ready to get on the field and get working on it, 1st of April. So I don't know if that's something you guys would be, wanna have any input in.
Wow, I'd appreciate some input. Just. Just as courtesy. Now, we should have a workshop, discuss some options, cause. I mean. We're on a 8 to 9 weeks and we don't have town meeting until June.
Yeah.
So there's no, June is our earliest availability for raising a program.
Yeah. We will have games there by May 1st, so.
So,
The field needs to start getting, by mid-April, we definitely need to be working on it. So we've just done all the work to resod it, soil it, and. We're gonna definitely need to be working on it and making sure it's up to par.
yeah, I'll schedule a workshop.
That'll give us an idea of how to move forward with. What we want to do as far as. Maintenance, tool, machine.
Does it train pretty quick
So
back there, the field?
the field drains excellent, yeah. Now, in fact, we have. Other towns that. Utilize the field and. They have-
About 12th of February.
They can't pay it.
12th of February, Wednesday. At what time,
Let's do 3.
3?
Write it down here.
When would you be
Oh,
available?
okay.
Okay. February 12th. You're right on that. Well, February 12th, 3 PM here. We'll do a workshop.
So it's-
Yep, Wednesday.
That's for a tractor
Next field.
or whatever. Rec work, so.
I like the, or whatever.
What time did you say?
3 o'clock.
Push more.
That's about it for me. We'll be having spring sports signups would be. A couple weeks away, believe it.
Good. I wish spring had sprung. Oof, it's cold.
Oh, good. How's the coffee hour going on?
Excellent.
Yeah, good.
We got record numbers right now. That's still Thursday at 9:30, yoga Thursday at 6. Next art class is February 2nd, 1 to 3. The weekly stuff's going on, full gear, so. Doing well.
The walking group active.
It hasn't really been too big of a hit. It's open, it's available. But. I think more people are interested in the coffee hour.
Does the walking group?
Yeah. Hey, did that transcribe that? Just checking to make sure.
It doesn't.
Yeah, I know.
Post out there on that, just make sure.
Oh, so everybody knows,
Figure that out.
Oh, okay.
our tech guru here, Miss Boyle, has set it up to where the video has AI and does like. It transcribes what's said, and yeah, so.
And it has closed caption capability now, along with the YouTube
Yeah.
as well, so.
But the image is reversed. People are on the other side.
It's good. All right.
Okay, so, correspondence. Frank. Alright. We got a letter from Androscoggin Valley Regional Refuse Disposal District. So the Mount Carberry landfill, effective April 1st, tipping fees will increase by $3 per ton for a new tipping fee of $75 per ton. Asbestos will increase to $40 per ton. Will increase $40 per ton for $170 a ton. So it's perfect time, and then we got this for budgetary reasons.
Mhm.
So Cliff, you want a copy of that?
Yes, sure.
Right, a copy, please. All right, we, as you heard earlier, planning board's working on the short-term rental, which ordinance, which, has gone for the legal review. As soon as that is done, that will be put on the website for the public to peruse. That will be one of the ordinances, along with the animal control ordinance, which is a repeal of the current dog ordinance, and the municipal fire department ordinance, which I was supposed to get the draft legal review from the town's attorney on Monday, but I checked today. I didn't receive it. But as soon as we have it, we'll get it on the website. And we will be setting the schedule for the informational and public hearings on those three ordinances. Yeah, I don't have the ordinance, so I'll reach out to the town's attorney so that we can get that put out on the website. Yes, ma'am.
What's the field with?
Brownfieldmaine.gov.
Okay, thank you.
Say, I haven't even visited it yet. So, the Brownfield newsletter is out. Hopefully people have seen it. Municipal. Okay, Maine MMA has sent out a deal with risk management. Was that the rec director? Did he just leave?
He's right there.
All right, tell him not to leave.
Don't leave yet.
He or Cliff. I want to talk to him after the meeting.
Rick said don't.
You and Cliff don't leave. I want to talk to. Okay. Yes. Nice. MMA sent out an email from James Toman. MMA Risk Management Services offering a program called Workers' Compensation Safety Incentive Program that could reduce our workers' comp contributions by 10%. So I would like to visit that, have a discussion. We could do that as the workshop, as a workshop item.
On the same day before we,
Yeah, I don't see why we couldn't, because, you know, we can handle the that raise and appropriate position and then do, so you give it that, part of that. So, yeah, the 12th of February, we'll add that to the workshop so we can look into hopefully saving 10% on our workman's comp. There's another freedom of access going on. The Public Safety Building Committee meeting minutes were posted to the web 127. The next one will be February 11th, I believe. And that would be at the community center. I would greatly appreciate as many people, taxpayers, could show up. It's a regularly scheduled selectmen's meeting. However, at 6 o'clock, we're going to turn it over for question and answer on the public safety building. The committee will be there and they, you know, ask questions, answers, all that good stuff. So, February 11th. At 6, yeah, the regularly scheduled selectmen's meeting will be at 5:30. At 6 o'clock, at 6 p.m., we'll turn it over to the Public Safety Building Committee for questions and answers. The franchise agreement with Spectrum was sent to Eric, who was part of the Eastern Slopes Regional Broadband. Thank you. Our Chalmers, Phil Allen of Chalmers Insurance provided us an updated statement of values after visiting the Board of Selectmen and the transfer station. We got the new revised list. That's gonna cost town an additional $537 in premium. You have that copy for budgeting, which is good that we did that, because in looking at the values, the assessed tax value and the insured values, there was, we had less insurance than we did tax assessed value. So now that's back to where it needs to be. So we're good there. The Fen Hill project, we have quite a substantial amount of money, free money to get that done. Currently, we need to ask a question of Matt Streeter, which is, he's the one that's been working this whole project statewise. There was a phone conversation that we had to have. The town's portion is $5,000 with a $10,000 contingency, but we have $225,000 of free money to get this done. So that's a pretty good, really good deal. I'm hoping that there's not a raise and appropriate for that item. I don't think there will be, but there may. Don't hold your breath. But we're going to try to work it so that the monies are utilized that we already have, so that there's no out of pocket or additional raise and appropriate. Yes. It's Fen Hill project. It's essentially a three-sided culvert, because that stream, brook, whatever they want to call it out there, it's a spawning ground for trout. So it's protected. It's a spawning ground. So Trouts Unlimited was involved. We went through the same thing with, was it Benson's Mills? Right before Porter Road, is that what it's called?
I don't know the proper name of it, but it's
yeah, that got done. You were out there for that one. That was a lot of, we got quite a bit of money from grant and state and federal for that as well. Trouts Unlimited was on that one. They did the one over on the Porter Road one. They went over, we got some money for that one.
yeah.
So now Fen Hill's the next one. So believe it or not, Brownfield is a hotbed for breeding fish. So it's worked out pretty good. We've gotten some good assets for roads out of the deal. So thank the fish. All right. The select board had a workshop today from 1 o'clock, went well. The next CPIC meeting will be tomorrow at 6:30 at the Brownfield Library. And there's going to be a presentation from the CEBE people, which is the Energy Efficiency Grant people. They came here and did a presentation in a selectmen's meeting. It's a no buy-in $75,000 grant. But it's for energy efficiency, so we could get free money for, town office, the community center, town buildings. So, but there's no buy-in on that.
8 to 10.
I think so. I think we missed round 4, so we'll be up for round 5, which, right, July award date, August in hand. I think that's what they said. But they're doing another presentation tomorrow night at the library. So we have, as I stated, next Tuesday at 3:30, we have an executive session with the town's attorney on the personnel policy. The planning board is going to meet 2/4/2025. So next Tuesday at 7 p.m. after the scheduled selectmen's meeting. Public Safety Building Committee, again, 2/11, 6 p.m. This has all been put on the website. Budget Committee meetings will be on 2/10 at 6 p.m. ACO, CEO, Plumbing Inspector, E91, Addressing Officer, and Assessor. 2/24, Rec and Community Center Building, Fire Department and Planning Board. 310 is the administrative budget, which will include payroll, fixed administrative and non-fixed administrative. 324 and 331 if as needed to finish up the budgetary request for the warrants. That takes care of that. It's been brought to the select board's attention for the planning board and the code enforcement for a discussion on fee changes for subdivision. Water extraction. Let's see. And what did with marijuana? So. What I would. That's for the planning board, the municipal fee structure for land use permits, occupancy certificates, land use permit, building permits, renovation, whole structures, garage decks, finished out buildings. So would you gentlemen suggest we have a conversation with these people? All of this?
I think it's a good idea.
Yeah. What do you want to do?
Are they meeting tonight?
Not, planning board's not meeting tonight, is it? It's next week, right?
So,
They're not doing a workshop. Anybody know? They having a
Yeah,
workshop
we're-
tonight? Well, I can hang out after and ask them, see if we can have somebody to do a discussion with us.
We would, yeah.
Yeah,
they're working on short-term rentals and everything.
okay.
Yeah.
So as far as planning board, we can hit Mike up at any time. But his take on the municipal fee structure that he's talking about, there's some writing on the back, which is changing. So, I'll hang out after the meeting and have a quick conversation with the planning board. See when they want to, see if they want to talk about the subdivision and,
Fees.
yeah, the water extraction, the ones that they've sent to us so far, and have a conversation with the select board. And we can add that to the selectmen's meeting. If they can have a representative present. So, yeah, that'll work. So. So. Anything from the public? Yes, ma'am.
Question to Vinnie too, but I guess am I correct, the bids for the sign are being opened or reviewed this week, tomorrow, maybe?
No, what we elected to do is they weren't bids, they were estimates. Because bid wasn't to do the job, because
It's just.
public work is going to do the base and dig the ditch for the electrical. So what we decided to do was have the committee open the bids. Or
Estimates.
open the estimates and compile them with the estimate of the concrete base, the electrical. Rough on an electrician to come out and look it up, type of thing. And they're gonna present that to us on February 11th.
Okay. And those are being reviewed this week, am I correct?
Yes, they have, yes.
And the other conversation that's taken place. Multiple weeks, there's been Jenny's objection to that and the cost of the whole thing, and last week I asked you. And I'm fine with
you know,
and it needs to come into it. But I asked you last week what your options were, or what you thought could take place. And
Stop throwing things.
your suggestions went back to the current sign, even though you kind of chuckled and said, well, the letters blow away. And also newspaper ads. So I guess my question is, did you compile anything so that we have any information to go on? Because that was your options.
no, the only, I think what I mentioned was, that's an option I think that should be considered is keeping the old sign, and I don't think there was anything done at the sign committee meetings, right, on consideration of upgrading the old sign. My opinions were just on the cost and mostly where we are with, everywhere, the state with,
Okay, we can't go stay talking just.
no, I'm just saying, I'm telling you why I feel the way I do,
Okay, but-
yeah, yeah.
Appreciate it.
yeah,
But I think we're all capable of reading that, so I'm just interested what your solutions are to the solutions you gave me. So I'm just asking, did you compile them some kind of a dollar figure that gives us some idea of what that is?
I would think, I was thinking the sign committee might have considered that, but they said they didn't because they were, the focus was on a new sign.
I know, but I asked this of you.
No, I haven't, no, because I don't have, the wherewithal to, I'm not gonna send out estimates for repairing a new sign, repairing the old sign, upgrading the old sign. But that should be, thought that would have been a consideration also as an option, but, my feeling is generally not on spending, it's not just on the sign. I mean, I'm just, because of everything I mentioned, the state and all this, the budgets and all that, my feeling is on everything, I want to assess it in my own mind. I'm not saying things shouldn't be done or should be done. I'm just looking at it on how I feel as spending money, not necessarily specifically.
But somehow we have to inform the public, and you said about utilizing sign, which is fine. And then you came up with utilizing ads in newspapers, and you said both the Shopping Guide and the Conway Sun. So for 5x5 ads, did you come up with any pricing or any?
For ads, or?
Yeah, because you said about.
Well, as far as ads go, I think the ads should be publicized for, when people vote on it, if they're gonna vote on it, or if they don't vote on it, whether, so, however it's chosen to do for the meeting to make a final decision, okay?
No, we were talking about the cost factor for providing the public with information as opposed to the sign. And that was what I was asking, solutions, not,
Am I gonna put advertising in as a selectman or as a citizen?
no, the town.
The town gonna
To
put,
be able to put enough information in to keep the public informed as to what's taking place within the.
well, the sign committee's gonna have a meeting, I guess. I mean, they should publicize when their meeting's gonna be, when they're gonna open the bids and everything like that.
But so, it's a yes or no.
Estimate, I'm sorry, not, it's estimate.
But, okay, what you're telling me is you haven't done anything to even research to find out what it costs, because I.
No, I mean, I was originally thinking, the sign committee would be looking at all options, which is okay, they were focusing on a new sign. If the town wants to give me money to put some kind of thing, ad in the newspaper, we can, but I don't think at this point we want to do a study on maintaining the old sign. I don't, that would have to be done with the treasurer, what problems they have. I mean, the sign that's up there now has been up there for almost 6 weeks, the lettering.
About 4 months.
4 months. So I mean, there's no problem with the sign information staying up there. Right now, this information has been up there 4 months. It's on one side, I agree. And, there's no emergency, but if you want information on,
You haven't answered. Excuse me.
you asked me if I did a study, if I'm gonna put an ad in the paper.
Your solutions were to be able to keep the public informed, was putting the information within the newspapers. And all I'm asking is if you did any kind of.
No, I haven't done anything with it. Okay, yeah,
That was really hard to get to.
well, that's okay. I was trying to think of maybe what I might have said that might have been in the last meeting that, encouraged you to that, and I was just trying to think, but no, I'm not gonna put anything at this point.
Suggested something, the town would put something in newspapers. The shopping guide, which you said everybody gets, was discounted because not everybody gets it. And the Conway Sun. So basically for a 5x5 in the Conway Sun, twice a week, and the shopping guide, the total for the year was gonna come up over $25,000, just to keep the public informed.
5x5, 5 inch by 5 inch?
Yeah.
I put an ad in the Conway Sun. The best time to put an ad in the Conway Sun is on Saturday, because the same paper is there for Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So you get 3 days of publication for one price. Shopping's Guide, I'd put ads in previously as a citizen, and they've probably been $95. I don't remember the dimensions, to $125. But I don't think there's been any discussion for the town, for me as a selectman, but there's no publications going.
I only did this because what you told me last week as some solutions for the whole process. So I did research on cost right now, and that was what I was trying to find, if you did the same type of research, since that was your solution.
Research on the cost of maintaining the old sign, the cost of the newspaper.
That's, yeah, that was, the old sign is probably whatever that cost is, but I don't know. But I'm just saying, from a newspaper standpoint, to be able to maintain that 3 times a week comes up to over 25,000 a year.
Oh, you mean as opposed to using the sign? That's what you're saying. Yeah, using as a notification. I haven't looked into that as opposed to the sign. If the sign committee wants to take that up, I don't know. I mean, yeah. Okay, I didn't realize you were using that as an opposition to the other publication as opposed to the sign.
That was your solution that you provided last week, was to the sign, the new sign, so.
Yeah, I mean, they wouldn't have to put an ad in the paper every week because we don't change the sign every week, So, I mean, no, I haven't looked into it. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Thanks for the question.
But say something comes up tomorrow, what's the timeline when you put it into Shopper's Guide? What's the time before that information comes out to the town? Or to anybody?
You have to have it out.
Shopper's Guide, you're gonna have your ad put in before noon on Monday. Okay, for that publication, for that week's publication. But
somebody had something say, hey, I wanna post this tomorrow.
on the board,
No.
Oh.
Post it.
well, you can put it on the website.
Paper, it's not that. So what I'm saying is, it needs to,
It's always behind the 8 ball.
yeah, you're always behind the 8 ball when you do post in the papers or, a newsletter. It takes time to print it, to write it.
Well, we've been behind the 8 ball for how many years with that sign, and it hasn't been a problem. I mean, people go to meetings, but yeah, I mean, now we have, we have a website people can go to.
There's a lot of people in town that don't.
I realize that, yeah, and some people are illiterate. They can't read whatever sign you put up, So
I didn't say that.
no, I mean,
No.
I mean, we can go to assume everything. We can also sorts of assumptions. But I don't think anybody's had a problem with the sign, but I appreciate your question on it. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm just saying, if it's 2025, we need to, we need to move on.
We're trying to keep the public informed.
Well, there's nothing wrong with improving who we are, but there's sometimes we don't want to be something that we're not,
Hey, I don't need to improve myself. I'm good, brother.
Do you want to vote on it? And we just second it? No, okay.
Yes, ma'am.
I wondered if the committee actually talked
to other people in the town, because I've talked to about a dozen people, and they're all like, what? We don't want that, and it's money and it's aesthetics, and it's just not Brownfield. A lit up sign on Main Street is not Brownfield, sorry. You know, whatever the town votes, but they can't vote if they don't know it's happening. Like, I would feel really insulted if I came home and drove down Main Street and there was a electronic sign and be like, wow. Am I in the right town?
But how disappointed would you be, ma'am, if you drove down Main Street and saw on a sign, tax rate just went down $5? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? If you, you know, but you know what I'm saying? You know, but well, I would ask this question. Dan, yes.
My question to everybody playing both sides. How many people wanna come out here at -18 in the morning? And change that side lane, you change.
I don't know. And go on doing it, but the information has also been taking place. Go the way you want, but if you don't know what's happening, you don't know. I'm just wondering if people that were in the sign committee actually talk to people at the dump or at the school or at the library or at the supermarket, like
Post office.
everybody that I've
Post office.
mentioned it to, they're like, what? What sign? I mean, they don't even know there's a sign. Even if it's not even lit up, they don't even know there's a sign. So, and half the people don't even drive down Main Street. People leave this town all the time. Conway Road, Haleytown, they never even ever hardly come down Main Street, so. Not sure that's gonna revolutionize information. People are. I don't.
Well, I would like to. No. By all means, man. By all means. One thing I would like to address in your comment is that these people that you're referring to had no idea. I guess I'll apologize to them now. But my statement to them is every bit of that committee was done in public meetings. We formed a committee in a selectmen's meeting, a public meeting. We got the committee members assigned in a public meeting. We got the committee to stand up in the public meetings, scheduled public meetings, and say, hey, this is what we're looking at. This is what we contacted these people. We did this, we did that. There were several meetings that were public meetings on this entire topic. So, yes, ma'am.
They have kids at home and they've got to go home and make supper.
Yep.
But they haven't been home and they have a second job and they don't even get to go home.
Agreed. But we also run into that issue as well, ma'am, at town meeting. And historically, 120 people out of 1,700. You know what I mean? There will be no way possible for this board to accommodate everybody's schedule. And it's difficult. We're here to work for the taxpayers. That's why we're here. Correct.
Paying money to have a sign that's tax money, that they hard earned tax money, and you know how people feel about their taxes this year.
Yes, ma'am, I do. Yep, I do. But I will be very honest. And Frank, Vinny, Lynn, Mrs. Day, Cliff. We have more complaints on a daily, weekly, monthly basis on exactly the same thing that you're talking about. We didn't know. We didn't get any information. We had no idea that this was going on. So in order for us to try to do the best we can, we're trying to get that information out there as easily as efficiently as we possibly can. And what's not?
The agenda.
No, I asked the authors.
Newsletters.
Correct. So that I have no purview, the select board has no purview in the Brownfield newsletter, ma'am. I'm sorry, we don't. So,
No, the sign committee was going on. Why isn't there something out on the sign? Do you want a new sign? Do people want a new sign? What, do you know what I mean? You're saying they're not informed, but they have plenty of time to be informed, but
oh,
most people are just.
I am-
Most work. All right, most of these people work for the town, they're here, and so they hear that stuff. But if you're not. If you're not, if this isn't your thing, if you're home doing your laundry or whatever. You're trusting the people that are here to do the right thing, so.
yes, ma'am, I agree.
No.
Ma'am,
Drive down Main Street.
I 100% want all the taxpayers to get all the information. I truly do. I don't know how this board and this office can be any more transparent
No,
in everything that we do. We try to get as much information out to everybody weekly, daily. A topic will come up, a document will come up. Hey, Lynn, and we're talking on the fly phone calls.
Yeah.
Hey, can you get that put on the website so that, people see it?
Yeah.
There's not a lack of effort.
Here in the front row, there was a bee's nest behind me.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I felt like there was a bee's nest behind me that
Why?
last week. Because
Why?
he was really angry.
I got a question. The people that you said that 25% that don't want the sign, where are they? We're listening to you saying, I talked to this percentage of people.
Well, somebody's at another meeting.
Well, I'm asking, that's why these guys have issues and I have issues because people come to me for a public works record and I say, well, come to me and ask me.
Right.
Don't have one person that have people complaining, like 25 people that are raising their hands.
Right.
That's what I'm asking. Where are these people at?
Sorry.
I assure you, ma'am, we
Change, I know. It's hard for people to change and it's hard to get out of your place. And that's probably why they're not here, because they have all they can do to get what they're doing done at home or wherever at work.
If they can they can reach out to everybody so that they know it's more than just one person that's against it. They can call the office, they can come down when they have time.
So
if they don't, then nobody knows that somebody has an issue with it.
Yeah. But the people I've told don't know that they have that option. Like, did the sign committee, did you talk personally with people? Did you talk to people outside your sign committee? Talk outside your group? No. Anyways. I'm not moving out of town.
Anybody else? Yes.
My concern is the school budget. It went up, as I remember. $1,000 this year.
Mhm.
Percent.
We don't have that number right now. But it's public information.
Get a handle on this, can I have a vote?
You do. That's an incorrect statement. Yes, it is. Yes, that is an incorrect statement. You do have a say. You know what you need to do? You need to get as many people as you can. And you need to go up to the budget meeting vote, which they have every year. And you need to bring as many people as you can to show up to that meeting and vote. So yes, you do have a say.
Meeting sometime. To try to educate the people on what the budget's doing, and I mean, I don't know how to get a group together.
Which budget?
School budget goes up and the town itself has to vote. Now, our town is so small that we don't get to override what Freiburg does. So we really don't have any say in the outcome, except, like you said, by the vote. And so there's nothing else we can do to try to stem. So what are we supposed to do? Just lay back and just accept it each year? $500,000 more every 5 years, and that's okay.
Promise I will be nice.
I thank you for that.
The town used to go on prior to a recall of 3 selectmen. The selectmen from Brownfield, the school district, Lovell, Denmark, Freiburg, at one point did do that, go to the budget meetings. Each town, I think it was referendum vote. You would go, it would be on a day that the school budget was voting, or the school was voting, not like a town meeting or not a state election. It was in May. Town offices were open for people to go in and vote. Your name got checked off as a voter. You got to vote. Successful, very successful process. They did away with it. So now you need to go to the budget meetings each month with the school district. And they're held, I think, at Mollyocket.
Yeah.
And you go there in May to vote. You go in, you see the register of voters from the town, you get a ballot or whatever it is that they do. And you either raise it or you check it off and you vote. And I can tell you, there's more teachers there that will vote the budget in than the people from the towns that go to vote. So you do need to round up people to go and vote.
Yeah, that's been the problem with everything in this town. There isn't enough participation across the town.
But as I said,
It's a sign, whether it's the planning board or the school budget or the town budget. As Rick said, people just don't show
it
up.
was very successful prior to the recall, that's all I'm saying.
Well, yes, I wish it would come back to me.
Oh, good.
Could we do that?
For several years after the recall, I went to the school board meeting where the vote was taken to pass or not to pass the proposed budget. And I would go to the table where our person was sitting, checking off the voters from Brownfield, and I would say to Michelle, how many have showed up? She'll say, you're number 3. Yeah. So if you have 80 or 90 family members, school teachers, superintendents, whatever, from Freiburg, already sitting there. And then if you have the unmitigated gall to raise your hand and vote no, and I still have a copy of the letter, you get a letter from the superintendent saying, how dare you come to our meeting and vote no? Oh, I have that letter.
I can verify that.
Eric and I both got it.
Yep.
But in the school, there's millions of dollars facing you, and 3 or 4 people show up, and then, quite bluntly, half the damn town bitches about it all the time. Go to the meeting and vote.
And I'll tell you what happened, superintendent, former superintendent, Gary McDonald, he had the best assistant, and she had those numbers down. People didn't question her numbers. That's how good it was. Now I can't speak for it because I'm not impressed.
Well, I guess my point is, look, maybe once your tax bill gets up to $8,000, $10,000, $12,000 for everything, people will wake up and get a little more interested. I should know.
I think, what's the school district, 65% of our taxes? Is that how that works?
Yeah, 65 to 70.
Percent of your assessment? Is that how it works?
Yep.
That just goes to the school.
30% of raise and appropriate our yearly budget is for municipal use. The other 70% is school and county. Yep. That's rudimentary.
Every year.
Be surprised.
They've been doing it for a lot of years.
Yeah. They've been cranking along for the last 40 years, pretty good.
Can I ask an unrelated question, Tom? Is there a planning board meeting tonight? Okay, thank you. And what's this topic?
Short-term money.
Is it short-term rental?
Tonight.
Workshop,
I
short-term.
think it was wrong, short-term rentals on the fourth.
No, that's some voting.
Oh,
This is a workshop tonight.
right,
It's
okay,
it's a public meeting.
right,
uh,
but it's definitely tonight,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, thank
No, I didn't know.
All right. Anything else, folks? Nobody? Okay, Lynn?
Nope, I'm good.
Lenny?
No, I'm set.
I'm ready to get out of here. I don't care what most, I don't know.
So what, the last one,
Hey, come on, folks. Hold it down.
he will get back to us. He's willing.
Well, Mitch.
Oh, perfect. So everybody knows, last night at the budget committee meeting, there was discussion because Public Works, we have line items in there for the mowing contract, and we had to split it up because we already had a contract in place for the regular mowing, and then we did the outlying cemeteries. So there's two lines. We want to clean it up. And the custodian, but both contracts with the mow guy and the custodian end 6:30. So it's perfect time to see if they want to continue contract, how much. Otherwise, we've got to advertise. So she reached out to Dana Batchelor, the mow guy, and he's willing to meet with the board. So we can do that. Next week would be good.
He'll let me know, or he'll email us.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, I'd like to. That way we can get things moving on that, because I really need the number on those three items, especially the statutory line. So that'll work out good. So, yeah. Anything else? Well, I ask on.
I want to say thank you to everybody. Tonight's my last night, and appreciate
Thank
the audience showing up. I appreciate my bosses. They've been great. Even my husband. Rick, you've been wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Danny?
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for all the help.
What's that?
On the boss one? I'm in trouble.
Wonderful.
Out there.
Yeah, tight.
Oh, okay.
To you.
Make a motion, we adjourn.
Second.
All in favor? Thanks, folks.